Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger and I am coming at you with League of Legends, the Unsung hero of the ARAM series, and in this one I am playing Fiora. No, I'm not a big Fiora fan. As a matter of fact, I'm about as big a Fiora fan as maybe like Sky is, if you know who I'm talking about. But still, she does do well in the ARAM series, all things considered. And I do have a really strong team. Oops. Sorry about that. So, let's queue up on me here. Of course, I have Sona, Zillion, Tristana, and Jace. Very strong poke team. But we lack that hard tank, although we do have sustain. The other team is Rammus, Gangplank, Tryndamere, Darius, and Karthus. Now, on the surface, this does look like a way major overmatch. And I'll give you a spoiler alert, even though I'm bringing you this game. It obviously is going to be. But that's because I don't think the enemy team does what it should. We lack a true AD. Right, we at least an early AD. Tristana's a good AD, but she seems to take that time to get there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she face-checked the bush, which is something you should never do. I don't know why people just go and walk into the bush immediately without allowing somebody who can check it first. But so be it. Now, the enemy team, how they could easily beat us, or at least give us a good match, would be for Rammus and Gangplank and Darius to tank up. To go very, very heavy tank with some damaged bruisers, and let Karthus and Tryndamere be the damage dealers. They could peel for Karthus and Tryndamere. The three of them could peel for Karthus and Tryndamere. Let them do most of the damage, and you know, just let things go at that rate. And I very stupidly barrier, and then I'm going to get even dumber and flash. There was no need for either one of those, to be honest. Although Zillion does pick up the first blood, although we're going to lose Tristana in the return for it. So, all in all, not bad. I mean, getting the first blood is pretty good. Right there. And Rammus doesn't get away either, falling to another Zillion bomb. So, yeah, if they had tanked up, if they had hard engaged us right off the bat, if they had gone tanky, I really think they would have done a lot better. If you're looking at their equipment screen right now, alright, they went very little defense. Rammus has a little bit of armor and some regen. Darius has a little bit of defense in the Doran shield. But that's pretty much it in terms of defense. You know, Karthus has the Catalyst Protector, which is what I would open on Karthus, pretty much. But Gangplank went a Goddess tier, and Tryndamere went a Zeal, so there's very little defense for them right now. Considering they're up against a heavy poke team, it would be really beneficial for them to have more survivability. Opening up with what would have been some Giant's Belts, Rejuve Bead, and some pots, probably would have worked out a lot better for them. They could have hard engaged us with a lot more health, survived a lot longer, and probably have gotten, yeah, I get taunted in, and I lose about half my health, but still get out, and Tristana picks up Darius, so I'm going to pick up a little bit of health. I actually don't go back for the second one this time. I'm getting a little bit better in terms of aggression, but I still have that hesitant part there that keeps me from doing as well as I think I could. So yeah, I really feel like the enemy team just kind of didn't go the way they should have in the opening. When you have a heavy melee bruiser build team, then what you really need to do is go heavy melee bruiser. And I get yanked in the turret, but it's just not going to be enough as I get out. And I drove Tryndamere out of the fight. So it's pretty good. Tristana, I think, was trying for Tryndamere, and it just didn't work. So, yeah. When you have a heavy melee bruiser team, and I've done this a few times, although most of the time not, your best chance for win, whether you're against a balanced team, a heavy poke team, or whatever, is to try and draw them out into the middle of the map in this area right here. You know, closer to your turret as possible, but, you know, right in here, and then try to hard engage the enemy team as we end up losing Jace. You know, just go in balls deep, and I'm going to slowly get beat, but fortunately I had a Zillion ult, and I'm going to slowly get beat, and I'm still going to manage to walk out. A Zillion saves my life right there. I believe I popped my ulti on that one, yeah, and I got a couple assists so far, but that's it. So yeah, when you're the opposing tanky bruiser team, you really want to go for the early hard engage. You really, is that enough reallys? Want to just dive right into the enemy team because they're going to be squishier. They're not going to have that defense. So you should be able to get there, cut through them, get them low health, maybe even get some kills off. Which once you start getting some kills off, then that starts putting your team in the lead. And a tanky CC team will beat a poke team if they get those early fights. And I don't want to go in on this one. I really just don't. And by the time I do, you know, there's I really should have just gone in a hell of a lot earlier. There's that timidness I talk about coming back. That just being too timid right now against the enemy team. I didn't want to go in because of Karthus. I thought it was a bad engage. But honestly, if I'd gone in early, I either might not have died or I might have come out with more assists/kills. So I opened up with the Duran's Blade, Duran's Shield, Boots, and some health potions. Now, I've already picked up most of the components for a Hydra. I think it's called the Hydra. Yeah. So that is obviously what I'm going for first. That is the greatest weapon a Fiora can carry, whether it be ARAM or Summoner's Rift. You know, just because of her ulti. And her damage is just really that strong. Again, I'm too far back. I can't do much. I'm going to get caught out, take a few hits. I'm going to be forced to flash. Rammus comes in, and I go in on him and deal quite a bit of damage. And a beautiful Sona ult, and I ulti in, and then just back out, which allows for another kill to be picked up. I believe that was Jace that got that one. Now, see, by this point, it's already too late. It was actually already too late earlier, but now it's just like really too late. Unless we really make some really stupid mistakes and turn the game over, there's no way they can win. As I knew I could quick dive in and just knock out Karthus right there. And I actually get taunted, and there seemed to be like a delay on the return. And I love the full health Fiora ignite. That was rather funny. I've had that happen several times where somebody has ignited me full health. Most of the time it's a mistake. They're trying to ignite one person, they accidentally ignite me. And there's another grab in by Darius. Darius actually made some really good grabs, some really good hooks. And yeah, this is my classic mistake again. And I wish I could get away from that. And a nice Zillion ult will save Tristana there, even as she jumped away and got hit by Darius. So I don't have my ult for a while, but I know I can deal damage. And so I go in on Gangplank and fuck it up, and then I just back out of Karthus, who starts tanking the tower. You know, that's another major mistake, getting too ballsy, not realizing that the tower is going to turn on you. I've made that mistake plenty of times myself. You really got to pay attention to the tower. Later in the game, it doesn't matter so much when you're tanky, but early in the game, especially when you're a Karthus, I just would not recommend it, obviously. Pardon me, I don't know why I'm yawning all of a sudden. I wasn't yawning earlier when I was playing. Eesh. Yeah, but Darius actually made some really nice grabs, but his team never really followed up on him, either because they just didn't react in time, or because Darius was too far ahead for them to actually react, and I just go in balls deep. I get taunted. I know I'm going to die. I pop my ulti just before I do, dealing out quite a bit of damage, and that's going to allow for my team to just get some kills in there. And yes, Tryndamere, you are in your Undying Rage, but it is not going to be enough. Taunt by Rammus is going to help Jace fall. So it was a 4v4 trade, but their gangplank is much lower than our Sona, so he's just going to back out and not be able to do anything. But you see, that's kind of what I mean, a hard engage. They kind of went all in on us there, except for that last little bit, and they came out with an even trade, 4 for 4. If they had done that from the beginning, they would probably actually have the lead on us, and would probably be pushing down, if not have already pushed down, our first turret. You know, we lack that good tank, and there's Darius. He wants to go for Sona, and I'm just like completely ignoring that. If I had started hitting him, he would have suffered. But the problem is I didn't. And Rammus took way too much damage there. I don't know what the hell Rammus is going at this point. Yeah, I mean, it's an okay start, but man, I think he could be doing a lot better. You see, our Zillion's already got a death cap. Our Sona hasn't died yet, so she's just got that. And I'm just going to dive in and start dealing a massive amount of damage. I don't get the kill on either Darius or on Karthus, but I still am I'm realizing just how much I can start hurting at that point. Right at that point, I kind of said to myself, all right, with just this and with the lead that we have, I can actually deal quite a bit of damage. Yeah, now, Fiora, she's actually a really good pub stomper. She's full-on offensive, though. You have very little in the terms of defense, you know? And I actually need to be in there dealing damage, because I can. As you see, we just blow up Gangplank, and then I just pop my ulti, and there's only 2 of them there. So Darius and I believe it was Tryndamere end up suffering the brunt of all of it. And that immediately turns the fight around, and I'm targeted by the turret, but I only take a couple hits, so it's not too bad. But she's actually a decent pub stomper. There's no doubt about that. But you got to be very offensive-minded with her. She has very little to no defense other than her parry, and she really has no escape. She has no CC. She has no escape. So in terms of a pub stomper, she's actually really good. And she does work in ARAM because of her ulti, because she can deal out a ton of damage, because she's really good with the Hydra. And just, you know, everything about her works in an ARAM environment, provided you have a good team up front. And I do. And I immediately just take out Tryndamere, who was already almost dead. And then it's just a focus on Karthus, who I actually had trouble targeting for whatever reason. And then a quick swipe on Darius to take him out as well. And me and Tristana survived the fight, although Tristana barely. But yeah, I saw Tryndamere coming in at that point, knew he's low health, knew he didn't have his ulti, or even if he did, he might not be able to pop it in time, and I just decided to down him. Now, I'm just going to focus on this tower. Then I decided to turn on Gangplank, and he ends up getting blown up by Tristana. Granted, he went for that kill, but it just didn't work on him. Now, I know the rest of the team's coming, but I'm not going to get away from Tryndamere that easy, so I turn on him again and just... Look, I chunked him out with a little help from Tristana, 3/4 of his health. So, yeah. By the way, I am doing a very offensive-minded... Is it off? No, actually, I'm sorry. I started out bruiser defensive with 9/21/0 masteries, and I'm using armor penetration reds, armor yellows, magic resistance scaling blues, and armor pen quints. Excuse me, I need a little Mountain Dew. So my team is actually playing it pretty good, and there's a nice grab by Darius on me. And I just immediately pop my ulti and then flash out. Just to deal the damage, see if I could bait the engage, and we do. And I end up popping Rammus on that one. So with Rammus out in a 4v5, they're really in trouble. And I just focus out Karthus. I get a double kill. And I get shut down by Trendemir, but Trendemir gets killed, and then that's just another hard win for my team. At this point, it's kind of a hopeless thing for them. I mean, we really have to throw. As I said before, when you're a tanky bruiser team and you don't have a lot of range, your best chance to win is in the early game, is to hard engage, try and get a few early kills, and then keep pressing that advantage as hard as you can. I've done it before against poke teams that lack a tank, and we do lack a tank. Alright, Darius is going damage. I'm going damage despite having AD masteries. So, we lack a true tank. And I'm just going to go right in, and bam, down goes Trendemir. And we're going to lose Tristana, who actually is a shutdown. We kill Rammus, and then it's another engage where they just really are outmatched. Nice double kill for Karthus, though, but it's just not enough. Now, could press the advantage at this point. Why we didn't, I'm not sure. I know Sona didn't go out, so I didn't go out, and I think because I didn't go out, Sona didn't go out, so I don't know. Wouldn't have caught Gangplank anyways, so it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, just waiting for the teams to gather again. Just kind of goofing off. Rammus comes rolling in, but he doesn't actually do much. He wants to get Sona, but Sona smartly hits him with her slow, and he just takes a ton of damage. Pop in with my ulti, and there goes Trendemir, there goes Rammus, and continuing the devastation. Yep, there goes Gangplank, and Tristana falls. So, yeah, again, a 5-for-1 trade. They're just that overmatched now. It has become, I mean, 46 to 18. Towers and inhibitor down. What else can you say? Although overall the enemy team was actually kind of okay about it. I knew that I was going to get killed by Trendemir when I saw him. I was hoping to get executed, but I decided to let it go anyways because it really wasn't going to do that much. You know, you take a look at, yeah, you see Jace here, he's gone damage, so there's really no Zillion just playing around. But in Trendemir chasing him off, you know, you can see what's happening. There you go, Sona gets one, and oh, she had another crescendo, and there you go, she got another one. Although she did die, Zillion died to Gangplank. So there is that. So only I'm up right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Tristana's up, but she nearly gets caught, and she has to burn her jump to get out. Now, they are chasing her down, but there will... Yeah, you see, they kind of turn off to get the minions instead. This is a smart move there, to get the minions up to the tower if you're going to push it. But the reality is I'm here, Tristana's here, and they're really not going to get much except a little bit of poke on us. And the turret's just not going to fall. And yes, I do have what you're seeing there in my inventory. I straight bought out a Trinity Force at that point. So yeah, now I have a tad bit of defense, but not much. I'm still really offensive minded at this point. And the grab by Darius there, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Trendemir realizes, oh fuck. And this bastard, my first ever quadra kill, mind you, this is my first ever quadra kill. This would have been my first ever penta kill, and going on 3 years playing this game, and that son of a bitch didn't want to give it up because he was butthurt about his team losing. Like it's my fault. My first ever possible pentakill, and he just decided to deny it. I really wanted to kill him right there, but I saw the other people on the platform, and I knew it wasn't going to happen, so I just decided to take down the Nexus. Well, I was denied the Penta, but at least I got a Quadra. This is my first Quadra kill ever. I've gotten triple kills, double kills, but I've never gotten a Quadra. Oops, I'm sorry. I did get one Quadra kill a long time ago on Yorick, but it never recorded. So, and it was a really awesome Quadra kill too, because I got the Quadra kill while I was dead in the ghoul form. So that was really awesome, but it never recorded. So this is my first recorded Quadra kill, and man, denied the Penta. It really sucked. But yeah, Fiora, she has the tools as long as you have the team in front of you. As you see, she can deal out a lot of damage with just a little bit of items. Her ulti is game-breaking as far as I'm concerned in an ARAM. So she does find a home here, even though I'm still not a fan of her. She's still reasonably strong. There's no denying it. Love her, hate her, she's got what it takes for an ARAM, even if it's not even nearly as good on Summoner's Rift. Alright folks, that's me done for this one. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, thumbs up, likes, all that good stuff. And until next time, this is One Big Bugger signing out, and I'll see you then.